how are you doing? Welcome into another amazing session, and I'm your master teacher Shivam Gupta. Champ, in today's class of mathematics, we are going to discuss about the surface area and volume, and very specifically, we are going to discuss about the cylinder. So, champ, let's get start. So, in this class, we will be looking at the different area, the surface area of the cylinder. Then we will be looking at the volume of the cylinder, and the most important hollow cylinder will be discussing in this class, and we will look at some examples also. So champ, let's start with the surface area of cylinder. But champ, for that first we have to understand something, and I have one question for you. So champ, let's say we have a rectangle of length L and the width H. So what do you think? If I will roll this rectangle, right? If I will roll this rectangle along its length, so what geometry we will get? Are we getting this cylinder? So if we are rotating, if we are rolling the rectangular sheet along its length, then the rectangular sheet is getting converted into the cylinder. And we can see one thing over here, that champ, the area of the rectangle. Okay, we can see one here that whatever is the area of the rectangle, that area is getting converted into the lateral surface area of the cylinder. Yes, so we can say that lateral surface area of the cylinder is nothing but equal to area of the rectangle. Yes, we know that the area of the rectangle is length into width. And if we are rolling the rectangle along its length, the length of the rectangle is getting converted in the circumference of the base of the cylinder. Yes, that means I can write the length is nothing but equal to 2 pi r and width was h. So hence we can get the lateral surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r into h. I hope you got it. Very good. So now champ, if we talk about the total surface area of the cylinder. So champ, first of all, total surface area is totally different from the lateral surface area. So we find the lateral surface area for the cylinder where the top and the bottom part was hollow. But if we will put two circular sheets on the top and on the bottom, if we are putting two circular sheets, then in this case we have to consider the area of the top and the bottom surface also. And that is why the total surface area of the cylinder will become curved surface area, or we can say lateral surface area, plus area of the circular top plus area of the circular bottom. We know that curved surface area is 2 pi rh, and the area of the circular base will be pi r square, and same the area of the circular top will be pi r square, and hence we will get the formula of TSA of cylinder. I hope it is clear. Very good. So now champ, the total surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r into r plus h. Now let's talk about the volume of the cylinder. So champ, let's consider a circular disc of the radius r. So now champ, if I will put different discs on one over another, and how many discs we are putting? We are putting 8 such discs of the radius r. So we can see the final figure, we are getting a cylinder. That means if we will add h numbers of circular disc of a radius r, we will be getting the cylinder of the radius r and the height h. And that is why the volume of the cylinder will be what? The area of all the such discs. So pi r square. Now I have h such discs. That is why h times. So pi r square multiplied by h is the volume of the cylinder. I hope it is clear to you. Very good. Now champ, one question to think about. What will happen if the cylinder is hollow? So champ, let's say if my cylinder has a very specific thickness. Thickness means that the outer and the inner surface has a particular thickness. Then can we apply the same formula of the area and volume? The answer is no. And for this we have to find out the area and the volume for the hollow cylinder. So then we can see that in the hollow cylinder there are two cylinders. One is external, one is internal, of the different radius. So champ, the thickness of this cylinder is nothing but the difference of external cylinder radius minus internal cylinder radius. Very easy. Now let's talk about the total surface area of the cylinder. So make sure champ, whatever is the surface, right? We have to consider all such surface for the total surface area. So we can find the curved surface area of the external cylinder plus curved surface area of the internal cylinder. But champ, these things are very important, the top and the bottom, because top and bottom of the hollow cylinder will be the circular ring, and that is why the area of the top ring will be what? Pi capital R square minus small r square. And same, the area of the bottom ring will be same, and that is why the CSA of outer surface 2 pi capital RH, CSA of inner surface with the small r, and the area of the top and bottom rings are same. That is why 2 times pi capital R square minus small r square. So champ, we don't have to memorize these formula, we can simply write it, right? Now same with the volume, external volume minus internal volume, pi capital R square H minus pi small r square H. I hope it is clear. Very good. So now champ, let's see some question also. So look at the first one. An iron pipe 200 centimeter long has exterior diameter equal to 25. If the thickness of the pipe is 1 centimeter, we have to find the whole surface area of the pipe. First of all, the task is to find out the inner radius. We know that the thickness of the cylinder is what? Outer cylinder radius minus inner cylinder radius. So we know the thickness, we know the outer radius, we can find the inner radius. Height is also given to us. So we know that TSA of the pipe, external cylinder CSA plus CSA of internal cylinder plus the area of the top ring plus bottom ring. And we know every value, simple, put it over here and we will get the answer. I hope it is clear to you. Very good. Now champ, let's see one more question. The radii of two cylinders are in the ratio of 2/3. The heights are in the ratio of 5/3. We have to find the ratio of their volumes. We know that the volume of each cylinder is pi r square h, right? So champ, we know the radius ratio, we know the height ratio. So we can write the capital R equal to 2x, small r equal to 3x. So champ, same here, the capital H will be 5y and small h will be 3y. So that's why the ratio of the volume will be what? Pi capital R square into capital H divided by pi small r square into small h. We know the ratio of capital R and small r. We know the values of capital H and small h. Simple, put the values, you will get the ratio. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, champ. So let's summarize our class. In this class, we have seen the curved surface area of the cylinder, the total surface area and volume of the cylinder, and how we can derive it. Then we have seen about the hollow cylinder, which is very important because here the top and the bottom surface will be the rings, right? So we know TSA and volume of the hollow cylinder also. So champ, don't forget to practice. Stay tuned and keep smiling. Bye-bye.